What's up, guys? Alright, I finally got some time to get that video out to you guys. Now that you've seen it, you know that the bike is literally in 1,000 bajillion million pieces behind me. And now we're going to start with the build series. So the goal was to have the bike done before September 26th because somebody on YouTube has seen the Honda challenge and said, well, you know, me and my boys, some Honda riders, are not about that, and we'll come through and we can see Canam versus Honda and see how we really get down. And that's pretty sick because nobody else really showed out Honda wise. So I think it's time we get this build into gear. So this is going to be a build series. We have a lot to do and a lot to cover, but it should be just a few weekends worth of building, and then we'll get to ride and have our challenge. I'm not gonna say who the person is, the YouTuber. All I'm gonna say is it rhymes with Cheerios. Not really. I guess it's a type of cereal. I'm talking mad shit, but I'm not gonna lie, this guy's got a nice rig, and I'm a little bit concerned with my tire size, so I might have to compensate a little bit for 29.5s. I don't know yet. First, we're gonna focus on build, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. Welcome to Build Series Episode 1. Hopefully pulling out that motor. Alright, so I've pressure cleaned it head to toe. Did my best to get all the dirt off of it and everything. And, you know, got my typical flushing stuff, some gear oil, rags, towels. And basically what I'm gonna do is probably flush it for tonight so that there's not water sitting inside the motor. And maybe I'll just start working on taking everything apart. I don't know.
3 hours later.
You wedge that mother flower into something. Oh, you got her? Get in that fingers, man.
Alright, here it comes. That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Alright.
Wow.
How'd she
Wow.
feel? How'd she feel though? She feel alright?
That's crazy. So the helix isn't like inside the...
The helix goes inside. Damn, it's spotless. I've heard this clacking since I started partying. And this motherfucker looks good for a belt that I've literally soaked and smoked.
Not too bad. What? What? You got the right tool for something?
Sometimes you gotta use the right tool, bud. Okay, you know. It's crazy when this works though. It just goes pop. There it was.
Just like you so.
For all you Can-Am boys out there, all 4 plus 4 plus whatever that is leak. If you're wondering why your belt housing is constantly having a slow leak, it's from these right here. And the way to get rid of that is by silicone in it. Put a big fat bead over the head of this, make sure everything's clean on the surface when you do it, so that it
Is that another bolt down there?
show is. It's a weird one.
It's like it's half cocked in there.
That one definitely leaks. I don't even like it at all. What's that? Fucking really?
5/16.
It is 5/16?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What'd you do? I thought it was a 1/4 inch. It looked tiny. Hose clamps on. I made sure to angle them It ain't 5/16. Dirty bastards.
What the hell is it?
I knew it wasn't no 5/16.
Is it metric?
Yeah. I was like, it's 1/4 inch. It's tinier than 5. We're getting closer to this motor.
That looks like a motor.
Yeah, tranny. That mother flower right there has been doing some serious work, and I'm proud of it. So this one was absolutely freaking heavy, and had a slow leak, if not a big leak. Okay.
Little progress check there, Josh. What's up?
All right. If you want to take a quick look at what we got on the sides, we're finding out we got to take this pointer off, this little hog leg here. In order to do that, we're gonna have to take off the wrap relocate kit, had to take off the speakers, and we gotta take off the rack and this hood. So she about to be naked, but if you take a gander at the other side there, you'll see the entire transmission and motor exposed. Everything on that side is pretty much off. Exhaust, belt housing, clutches. So, some things we're taking off may not necessarily be necessary, but we're doing it as we see it, you know? So, it's happening. It's happening. Action. What does that taste like? That don't taste like air to me. That tastes like a mixture of carbon, gasoline, and water. Alright, that ain't no good, but throttle body's out. We'll clean her up, make her good. And look at the other side. Look at all that carbon and junk and dust buildup.
I'm gonna say she could use a good throttle body thing.
Yeah, and the cable right here, if you
Probably freed up because we straight poured out.
let's get this motor out, homie. Florida check. That ain't what it's supposed to look like, is it? Let me give it a little taste test here. That ain't oil, that's water. Don't you worry. What you gonna fix it, Bessie? Well, I'm fixing to pull the bald eagles out of the... I never named this thing. I don't really got a solid name for her yet, and I definitely ain't got a nice one. So, all I'm gonna say is we're fixing to pull them bald eagles out, and you're fixing to see what the hell's going on inside there. All ready? Let's do it. The glory moment was a bit not caught on tape, and the reason why is because of faulty battery. But here she is. The bald eagles themselves. We're fixing to hoist this thing up on the table, and I'm gonna crack into it. I don't know if Chris is gonna take off, but I do really want to see what's going on in there, and you know, spray some stuff in there and get that water out and everything and clean it all up nice. It's been a hell of a day and night, but the bald eagles are out. There's a giant hole here, and I can fit in there, literally. So as of right now, the carburetor sits here. Just have the brake calipers off, and you know, just did a little bit of cleaning in here, but I still have to split the carburetor in half. That way I can get to the throttle position sensor in there and clean it up the rest of the way. I dumped a lot of oil in here so that I could let it sit, and it's just a carburetor, so it should be fine. Dig into this. That right there is your brake pads. Those would make the tires go around, and forward, reverse, and stuff like that. Okay, so I got the brake pad removed. It's just 3 nuts that go on these 3 studs here, and it's a good thing I did remove it in time, because would you just look at that? That's not what oil's supposed to look like. Oh, she's a messy girl. Anyways, we'll crack into that another time and clean it out real nice as well. Tonight's project is we're gonna change them boots for sure, but we're gonna compress these springs and turn them cams up probably to the max, just to get a little bit more lift out of this thing. Whew. All right, it is now probably 3 whole hours later, whole ass hours later. To anybody looking to squeeze a ½ inch of lift out of their bike while stiffening the ride, go for it. Other than that, ain't worth it. I think the only cool thing I can say now is it can do the 5-gallon bucket challenge, but there's also no motor in this or passenger. It definitely looks a lot more aggressive and taller in the back, and the front, the tires are ½ an inch shorter because they were the rear, so I rotated them, so I literally can't clear a bucket by like ½ an inch. So that can clear that, no problem. That is today's build update. Holy shit. Oh man, the mullet's just not there yet. Tomorrow night's a new night. See if we can get our big fuck off Allen key and split that case. Alright, so we got the manifolds. Oh, look. Who's back there? Who's back there? Is that TCM Outdoors? I think so. So I got the manifolds pressure washed, the exhaust manifolds. I say manifolds because they're not headers technically. They are headers technically, but they're not aftermarket or anything. They're cleaned off, so we're gonna wrap those. Got the bike cleaned off. Gonna go give you a demo now. Basically what I wanted to do is just get all the extra dirt and buildup of mud that's all over the bike off, and that's basically what we've done. Cleaned out the frame. Yeah, there's still residue and stuff, but it was really caked up in there, and now it's, well, I pressure washed the throttle body there, or sorry, the brake pad there. That's the brake caliper. That's the air into your carburetor. And I missed a few spots here and there, but basically the majority of the bike is as clean as it's been since I first rolled it off the floor and took it mudding. Got to replace those clamps because the boots spun somehow, so one of the ends got loose and it just kept spinning and somehow didn't break the boots. Those are some strong boots, so I need to clip the clamps and release them, make sure there's no holes, repack it full of grease if it needs grease, and put new clamps on. So yeah, she clean. I'm gonna let her drip dry over here, and yeah, we're gonna wrap them headers or manifolds or exhaust pipes or fuck it. What are those? What are we gonna call them?
They are headers.
No, that's not a good name for them. I'm thinking like swing. Those are my swing arms. Those are swing arms. So we're gonna wrap the swing arms so that it keeps the heat down. All right, let's get to it. So normally people use use metal zip ties. I think these clamps will hold. Oh yeah, that's on there. These will hold way better. And now we continue to wrap. Show quality. So Hey, somebody's buzzing you. There's a nut plate there that holds the heat shield on. I'm gonna go over it now, but what I'm gonna do is cut a hole for the bolt to go through. Alright, so get you a zip tie to temporarily hold it, because if you just try and do this with zip ties, they're just gonna melt off and all your hard work's gonna go out the window. And while the zip tie is holding it, then you can go ahead and give her the sauce on the clamps. That'll hold it. So make sure when you're putting your ugliness down, that's your ugliness if you're wondering, it's going to be on the back side. So you know, you keep that one, that's like the moped. The girl you don't want your friends to know that you're riding. That's the back side. So I didn't even plan it like that. I got lucky like that. But like I said, we ain't shooting for Instagram. This is literally for heat reduction, and it makes a huge difference. So I don't know if you can tell, but if you can see my gloves, the shimmers of light.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
That is all fiberglass. It's all over me now. That's why you soak it. Because if you don't, it just goes up in the air and it just sticks to you when you're sweating, and it's just not a good deal. It's also kind of a good thing to wear gloves. Alright, I'm gonna drink some beer, and I'll wrap them bitches tomorrow, because I kind of want to drink some beer and hang out with TCM Outdoors here. For 1700 PSI, about all I need for mud and fiberglass. Yeah, not fiberglass. Sponge glass. Got me a beer. Like, comment, subscribe. If y'all need help with anything, please post a comment. I'll make a video, or I'll comment back and help you out. Till then, I'll see y'all on the next build update.